Okay, as the title states in the video, we're going to go over valve stem size on the Magnum heads. There seems to be a lot of confusion on this for some reason. Like countless Facebook groups, there's always people arguing about this, and I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand. And a lot of people will be like, an 8mm and 5/16 valve are interchangeable. They are not. They are 100% not. I'm just trying to clear the air with that. I just got in an argument the other day with someone about it. They told me I'm an idiot and they're interchangeable, blah, blah, blah. There's not that much of a difference. There's a big difference, okay? So 8mm is 0.315. That's an 8mm valve if it measured on size. Usually your guide's gonna be on size and your valves are a touch under for your clearance. 5/16 is 0.3125. An 8mm valve guide and a 5/16 guide, you're gonna have a 35 10,000ths interference fit. So you're gonna have to pound your valve in a 5/16 guide on your Magnum to make that work. So that is not interchangeable. I don't know where people get that from. Then if you're on a 5/16 valve and an 8mm guide, you have 35 10,000ths clearance. That's way too much. That's more than most pistons are in a bore that's 4 inches. And that's aluminum and steel. That's not gonna work, okay? So your Magnum intake valve, it's gonna measure 3.15. That's what I'm getting with calipers. Obviously you'd measure it with micrometers, but just for the ease of the video, I just want to show that. Then your exhaust is 0.311, which your exhaust is gonna heat up more than your intake, obviously. So there's a little more clearance built into your your exhaust valve versus your intake valve. And a Hemi valve, that's an exhaust. I don't have an intake out of a Hemi right now, but that's out of like a 392 Apache. And that's, the exhaust is measuring 0.3125. So it's measuring the 5/16 size. So that leaves you no room. So here's a Hemi exhaust valve. It's bent, but it'll fit in there, but that's as far as it'll go. There's no wiggle room because they're the same size. Well, this is probably a little egged out or wallowed out just because it's old and has who knows how many miles on it. But here's an 8mm pilot. So this is what you put in there to machine off of. And that is as far as it goes, okay? That's it. That's an 8mm pilot. So that's not going to work. So this is your exhaust valve. And I don't know if you can see that, but as a little bit of side to side for your clearance. And then put your intake in, same deal. It's a little bit tighter because of measurement difference. So these are 5/16 stem valves. Those are 5/16 guides. Just thought it'd be beneficial to kind of put a video out like this. And then I can just tag people in it, show them this video, and be like, look, no, it's 5/16, not 8mm. Hemis, yes, they're 8mm. This is a Magnum. If all the bolt holes, they're all standard. The valves are standard, or SAE. They're not metric. Nothing on a Magnum's metric that I can think of off the top of my head. Everything's still standard. These are standard. All the bolt holes are standard. Everything's standard, okay? This is an American engine. It was still tool and dyed, whatever you want to call it, when they're still doing standard stuff. The Magnum engines are standard. The valves are standard. 5/16. There you go. Not 8mm, 5/16.